Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome to yet another brand new week 3, 2023 in the ongoing 2022-2023 UK football stroke Aussie season. Is a red coupon week for which we are bringing you our paper preview video, which is the first video we make each and every week, where we flip you through the pages of the three major journals which we use on this channel, which are namely the POOLS Telegraph, the Special Advance Fixture, and the Right On Football Fixture. And while showing the pages of these journals, we'll be taking you through expected areas where we'll be taking our draws from, or the cannot draw sequence that we actually have for each and every week. Remember, on this channel, what we give you is the draw or the cannot draw, but it's specifically taken from our 1 to 49 matches on the coupon fixture for the week. So we don't work outside the coupon, as it were. We usually work within the coupon range for that week. So on the coupon fixture, we usually have 1 to 49 matches. So working with the confines of those 1 to 49 matches, we're bringing you what we have for you for the week. We're actually a year old on YouTube now. We started out in week 2, 2022, and now here we are again, week 3, 2023. To God be the glory, we've been able to roll one full 365 days has just gone by. That is a marvelous thing and a marvelous feat to achieve as well. So with that being said, we'll be taking you through the sequence as well. But before we do that, I think we have to talk about some things which we talked about in our video for last week. For 2 videos consecutively, we made mention of some things, some info that we have to look up to. And one of them was, if number 26 and 10 takes a draw, then in week 18, we have a very special pair coming our way. And that pair will be given out free of charge. But for those in our VIP group section on WhatsApp, I'll be separating the pair for them on that week. You can see very well if you go back to our video for last week. I think for the extra corner video, I did separate the pair, and I said I actually did prefer number 26, because if there's a draw to be picked among them, it's actually going to be number 26, and that's exactly what happened. Number 10 failed, by why number 26 picked the draw at the end of the day. But that of number 4 and pairing number 5 did not scale through, and that came from our POOLS Telegraph. If that has scaled through, then in week 52, I'll be telling us that yes, we have an unfailing pair, but that has dropped. So the next one also, which did also play for week 51, 2023, we're expecting that for week 51, 2024. And remember, we also have wonderful and fantastic sequence lined up even before this one, which I mentioned. I think there was a sequence that came some time ago. I've forgotten the week in specifically now. That sequence actually did play, and I told a friend of mine, which I made mention of in one of my videos, that pair will be coming up again either in week 17 or week 27 of this current season, which we are going to be heading into soon from week 5. So these are so many things which we'll be expecting from us. Like I promised in our extra corner video for last week, that we are going to try and do our utmost best to surpass whatever we achieved for last season. So this season we are going to do a lot more better. But I won't be starting this video without taking us through the comment which is being made here by the editor of this journal, because I for one has discovered that a lot of things has actually changed about the POOLS Telegraph, and that is hampering our success of using this paper. So it will take some time for us to actually get ourselves acquainted with some of these changes which they are going to be making. Like, let me read out what they wrote there now. It said, as the English season 2023/2024 season comes with fresh new teams, players and tactics, our complete forecast papers are also coming out with fresh new designs. Then also new papers logo, redesigned columns, and so much more exciting additions. Only our utmost loyal customers will immediately notice from week 5. So they said, down below said, be rest assured that King and George Nigeria will always listen to our customers' demand, desire, and dreams. Well, thank you, Mr. Editor. I really do appreciate this that you have mentioned now. But I'll be showing to my viewers already that a lot of changes has been made, and I've noticed them times without number, and that has really been hampering our usage of this paper. I've been using this paper for over 3 decades now, or let me say, yeah, almost 3 decades now, not over, almost 3 decades now, and so many things when the former editor was in charge were not changed. There are sequences which we usually expect, and they are seasonal. they hardly come, but when they do, we know we have something at hand. And we really will bank on those games. They'll give us a draw, we'll win. But a lot has really changed. If you look at the late news for last week, you have the picture of 2 trophies being lifted there at the top section of the picture and at the bottom section. Those trophies hardly come in those good old days. Trophies, things like trophies in the cartoon section or with the picture section, things like flowers, man, those are things we actually do wait for. And I'll tell my fans then, I was local then, I'll tell my local fans, come on, this week we are winning. And lo and behold, we will win. But a lot of that has changed. But that's how I'll tell you that the paper is all rubbish now. It's still very working much more. So we're going to be showing, and that makes us to start off this recording by looking through the POOLS Telegraph as it were. So on the upper right hand side, this is the Dreamland column. We have number 2, 31, 32, and numbers 43. And that combines, this is commentary game 1 and commentary game 2, while both of these are commentary game 6 per as it were. Then at the midsection, the 4 draws column, we have game 2 being repeated to game 10 of our 14 homes. The traditional X column, we have 18, 46, and 25. It's another very fantastic column which we use on this journal. If you are not into the channel, you attest to the fact that we usually use that place for our forecast. On our revised treble chance column, we have game 4 being repeated to game 16 right there for us. While we'll be seeing also, there's a very funny repetition here, game 17 and 18 of our revised treble chance is being repeated to the upper 14 and lower 14 of our 14 homes. This is supposed to be for an odd week, but it has now been transferred to, so that repetition is supposed to be for even week. Now week 3 is an odd week and we're having that repetition. Who knows, maybe these are some of the changes they are telling us about. We'll wait and see. But if maybe by week 5 this does not repeat itself, or in week 7, therefore that means they are using the old pattern. This could be some of the repetition they are actually telling us about, which is to come. Looking at the inside back page of our POOLS Telegraph, the 1-2S forecast column, we can see that on number 6 we have just 2BK. There's nothing like 2BK. It's either 2BK1, 2BK2, 2BK3. But before this video recording, I didn't actually research very well to know what was supposed to be written there. But just writing 2BK only is incomplete and inconclusive. So we'll be looking at that also. Then if you look at the bottom column where we have number 32, we have XXB. There's no XXB written on our POOLS Telegraph. It's usually SSS, which is triple X, or you have the XBB. For the fact that they wrote XXB, that is supposed to be an XBB rating, because number 32 is pairing number 43, and number 43 is carrying SBB rating. So also number 32 is supposed to carry that rating. So these are 2 alterations which we actually have seen from the inside back page of our POOLS Telegraph as well. So those alterations, we'll be looking into them in our subsequent video. Then at the page 2 of our POOLS Telegraph, we have the 7 for heaven column, where we have, at this column, we have the 3 aways. We have number 3 there, and number 3 is the week number. So we're going to be working on that as well to see when the week number appears on that column, what happens in particular. Like I didn't mention before during the course of this video recording, I was supposed to do that in the intro. We have 3 sequence, but 2 games. Number 19 as a 1-banker draw, we have it as from our naija record. We'll be showing that sequence, while also we'll be presenting that number 19 as a banker draw coming from our Right On Football Fixture as well. So that is one number with 2 different sequences portraying it, while we'll be showing you the pair of number 32 pairing number 33, and that's coming from our Right On Football Fixture. So that is majorly the people are going to be using during the course of this video recording. Now I think we have to pause now to actually go into the sequence of number 19, which is coming from our naija record, and as well showing it from our Right On Football Fixture, and that will be the first sequence on this video recording, while that of the number 32 pairing number 33 will be coming up later. Now we're through with the POOLS Telegraph paper. Let's get right into the sequence, then we'll look into our Right On Football Fixture for this week 3, 2023. This day and age, gravitating towards the simple sequences are not too bad for every week 3 since 2017, but the record we have here now is from 2018 till date. You will mark number 19 as a 1-banker draw, as you can see on our screen right here for us. This is week 3, 2018, we mark number 19 as a draw. And also week 3, 2019, we mark number 19 as a draw. And also for 2020, we also did mark number 19 as a draw. As also week 3, 2021, we marked it as a draw. And for week 3, 2021, we marked number 19 as a draw. And also week 3, 2022, number 19 was marked as a one banker draw right there for us. So for this week 3, 2023, we are looking at the Queensland Premier League division, where we have number 19, and the team there is Sunshine CW versus Martin B. That is expected to be a one banker draw. I will also be showing you this particular digit from our Right On Football fixture. And that sequence is being projected by having the game 1 of the 3 best draws, where for this week we have number 2, who will be repeated to your game 2 of your compiler X verdict column. If that happens, then you turn to the back page of your Right On Football fixture for the week, and you mark on a draw and fair basis this letter O position, the mid section there. You mark like you have number 41 for week 6, 2021. It was marked as a draw. The next time the sequence set, which was for week 19, 2021, that position will be a dead game for you. There you have it for that week. We have number 38 at that space, which was a classical dead game. So the next time we'll be having the sequence is for week 5, 2022. And for that week, we're expecting to mark that mid position of our O alphabet. So here we go for that week. We have number 41 at that space, and it was marked as a draw. The next time we'll be seeing this sequence, that space will be a dead game, and that happened for week 37, 2023. For last weekend, we didn't do too well. We fared poorly, but something spectacular actually did happen. We presented our number 36 as a one backer draw, and that was an 80-week sequence from our Right On Football fixture. I think that goes to answer some of our subscribers who have been complaining that we are doing sequences that are probably too old and they're no longer functioning. Well, that may not be true, may not be all that correct. Sometimes we might not be getting it rightly, doesn't mean old sequences are all being washed out. That's why I had to bring that presentation, an 80-week sequence, and it actually did deliver. Now, come to tell me if 80 weeks elapses again, I will not touch a sequence like that. Well, I don't have to ask a prophet what to do about it. I will still utilize it. Hence, it's still working, then I'll go ahead and use it. A lot of these sequences are actually still working after being very old, but still very functional. What really happened for last week would have made good fortune, but I think selection was a problem because we couldn't bring all of the sequences that we have on board. We have to pick and choose. But while picking and choosing, I think a lot of them were being dropped and some of the wrong ones were being taken up. And if you remember very well, the first video I made, I did caution that we shouldn't use 24 and 25 because there's a sequence that's making them to look as dead game, which they are. But we made a mistake of having another sequence portraying number 25, which we went with. But the first forecast was the correct one, so we should have let that alone. So some of those things actually did happen, and that's how the cookie crumbled for last week. But not to worry, we are doing our best to bring formidable sequences which we believe will end up as draw. So for week 37, 2023, we have at the midsection there number 30, which was expected to be a dead game. So the next time we'll be having the sequence, we'll be marking that spot as a draw as expected based of this sequence that we're showing you now. And so that is dragging us to week 3, 2023, and we have number 19 at the midsection of our alphabet O. So that is why we're telling you that that game is good to go. We're showing you from the Naija record, and we've also portrayed it from our Right On Football fixture. So that is how we got number 19 as a one backer draw, which we've just shown you now. The next we'll be seeing for our sequence again is for 32 and 33, and that also is coming from our Right On Football fixture. Before we do that, let's just flip through our Right On Football fixture for this week to week 3, 2023. While at the back side we have the Expert Gazette column with 36 hook number 33. At the key column we have number 6. Then we have trials embedded in all of those alphabet from A to P, which we have in the overseas compilers draw statistics column, while we'll be looking through the front page of this journal. At the front page of our Right On Football fixture, on the left hand side we have the 1 to 49 matches of the Aussie season right there for us, while on the right hand side we have the first column as the compiler X selection column from game 1 to game 21. while below that is our 5-1-2 games, where we have 5 games being forecasted there. Below that is our Group A, Group B, Group C, which are the yellow patches, and we have 3 numbers in each of those patch. Below that is the 3 best draws column, where we have number 2, 6, and number 8 for this week. And the middle game, which is number 6, is being repeated to our 14 box, which is below the 3 best draws there. And below the 14 box, we have our super pair column with number 32 and numbers 33. While below that is our compiler X verdict column with 10 games being forecasted in that section. While the last but not the least column in our front page of our Right On Football Fixture is the compiler final 4 column, where we have numbers 8, 37, 40, and numbers 38. And the date of play for these matches of week 3 2023 are to be played on the 22nd and 23rd of July 2023. So we've seen the Right On Football Fixture. Next we'll be looking at the special advance fixture for this week. At the special advance fixture, on the left hand side we have the 1 to 49 matches on the coupon fixture, while on the right hand side we have the first column as the treble jeans column, where we have number 1 to 14 being forecasted there, and below that is the lotto sequence, where we have alphabet K and Ox, and that is 11 and 24. Below that we have the shortlist column, where we have 8 games being forecasted there. Below the shortlist column is the expert trio column, where we have numbers 23, 24, and numbers 22. Below the expert trio column, we have the high score quiz column, where we have box 1 as number 12 and box 9 as number 49. So below that, which is the last but not the least column, we have the easy column on our special advance fixture. You can actually see some reduction which takes place there, and this is how we usually forecast most of these games on this journal. We have number 45, which is in our box 5 of our high score quiz, being repeated to game 4 of our easy column. We're going to be checking that out in our subsequent video. While number 12, which is in box 1, is being repeated to game 4 of our easy column. Not forgetting number 13, which is in box 4, is being repeated to game 3 of our easy column. So we're going to be looking at all of this repetition, which we usually use to forecast the games on this channel. And you can see something that also happened there. We have number 22, which is our Saturday date of play in our game 3 of our expert trial, while taking Sunday date of play, which is 23, to game 1 of our expert trial. So we're going to be looking at that. Something like that have occurred in recent times, which we are going to be checking out. So next on today's presentation, we are going to be looking at the pair of number 22 pairing, number 32 pairing number 33, and that is coming from our Right On Football Fixture. In case you like this type of video, click on that like button, and also help to share this video to other persons will see them and join you to benefit all that you're getting from us on this channel. They are all free. Getting subscribed to this channel, you don't pay a dime, so click on that subscribe button now and get subscribed so that you can see our videos subsequently when they come on board. And if you click on that bell, you'll see our video almost immediately after posting it. And why do you need to watch our video? I believe watching our video will put you in 80 to 85% chance of winning your bet for the weekend games, which is taken from the 1 to 49 matches on the coupon fixture for that week. Because we'll give you expert advice on how to go about sticking on all of these games, or which games not to stick your money on. If you watch during the course of this Australia season, most of the pairs that we brought our way and try to do a separation, even if the one we give the draw potential did not draw, also remember that the one we say won't take the draw also did not draw. So you can go ahead and utilize those ones, as you cannot draw for the week. That puts you in a position to also be able to collect the cannot draws. So you've seen some sequences which are showing you now. And also for every draw, there's an equal and opposite dead game which you can tap in from. So let's see the sequence of number 32 pairing number 33, which is coming from our Right On Football Fixture. This sequence is quite simple, but we have to pay attention so that we'll observe all that we are seeing on this from this particular sequence, as it were, so that we get to understand what we're actually doing here. It states that the game in box 3 of our 3 best draws, which for this week 30/2022, which we have right here on our screen, will be transferred to the first spot of our compiler's final 4 column. If that repetition happens, then you will watch your super pair. We have 25, 26 in our super pair for this week. Watch what happens there. They are serial numbers. So on a draw and fail basis, you will mark these 2 games for 1 draw. And this position has been the favorable position. So watch out what happens. So this is for week 30 2022. The next time we'll be seeing this sequence is for week 41 2022. Here we go for that week. We have number 21 in our box. 3 of our 3 best draws be repeated to game 1 of compiler's final 4 column. Therefore, we have 22 and 24 in our super pair column. So now the number is not serial, and both of them, they were 2 dead games for that week. So the next time the sequence comes up, we'll be marking one between that pair, and that happened for week 18 2022. Please, if you've been following us on this channel, you know when you see a good pair or a good draw banker, you usually know based off the circumstances surrounding it. So for this week, we have number 44, which is in the game 3 of our 3 best draws, be repeated to the first spot of our compiler's final 4, and our super pair we have 38 and 39. These are serial numbers, and we did mark one for a draw that week. So this is what I'm talking about. When it's not serial, it doesn't give a draw. So when it is serial, you know what time it is. It's time to mark a draw there. The next time we'll be seeing this sequence, we don't expect a draw there, and that's what happened for week 46 2023. So here we are for that week. We have number 45 in our box 3 of our 3 best draws, and we have it as the first game of our compiler final 4. Therefore, we have 14 and 46 in our super pair. These are not serial numbers, and there was nothing to be marked between both digits. So the next time the sequence comes on board, we are supposed to mark a draw there. Now let's see week 3 2023. And mind you, this sequence we started from week 30 2022, which was for the 2021-2022 season, and that translated to this season of 2022-2023, which we are in right now. We've seen it for week 18, we saw it for week 43, sorry, week 46, and now we're seeing it for week 3 2023. So here it is though. We have number 8 in our game 3 of our 3 best draws, and we have it as the first game of our compiler final 4. Therefore, we'll look at our super pair. We'll have 32 and 33, and that is a serial number for us this week, which we expect to be a very strong pair. And the game on number 32 is Languari versus Manningham, while that of 33 is Melbourne C versus Werribee C. So those are fantastic games which we expect to give us at least a draw, like we have seen, and that is at the Victoria Division 2 of the Aussie season. We've seen it play out, and most times the one on the right hand side has been the banker draw. Who knows, that might also be the draw for this week. So we're trying to give you games that will work so you can win your bets for the weekend. All you need to do now is to hit that subscribe button, get subscribed to the channel, which we really do appreciate, and help to share this video as well while you click on the like button, and also placing your comment in the comment section to make us know how you feel about our publications. I want to say thank you very much for watching the video to this time. See you in the next video.